Hello, hey everybody, welcome to my channel, Renzo here. Okay, let's paint. Today I'm gonna paint SHEMP HOWARD, from the Three Stooges. Was nice. I used to see this series when I was a kid. I'm planning to paint the three of them. Okay, I'm gonna show you the colors. Just one second. Okay. I'm using water mixable oil paints. The brand is Artisan from Winsor & Newton. Okay. This is a gift from one of my patrons, Mary Chester. Thank you so much. The colors I'm going to use are titanium white, camion yellow pale, camion red, permanent alizarin crimson. This green is phthalo green. This one, ultramarine blue, and burnt umber. Okay, just one second. Moving things here. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna place the face. I'm gonna pick up burnt umber and using this round filber. No, this is a bristle brush. I'm gonna sketch a little bit. Okay, and let's put some color. Just brown, white. This is burnt umber, white, and red. Okay, let's see one thing. Hello Tipu de la Cablo. Hello Christine. Hello Cage. Hello Bones. Yeah. Hello Halo. You know what? This water mixable oil paints is just like regular oil paints. They have added something just to to make it work with water. Anyway, I don't use, when I usually paint with regular oil paints, I don't use solvent. Maybe a little bit sometimes to paint the background. And with this I'm not gonna use water anyway. Maybe if I need to, I'm gonna use definitely a little bit. I just sometimes I'm not paying attention about the medium and just paint, and at the end, this works. This is my third video with this water mixable oil paints. They just work perfectly okay. If I gotta just say something about this product, it's just, try them. They're pretty good. The more amazing thing is just to clean up the brushes. It's pretty easy. Okay, I'm gonna mix orange. Or yellow. I'm going to establish all the colors that I'm planning to use. Obviously this is just a skin color. Let's see, I'm going to make it lighter, darker. I couldn't find any color image. I don't know exactly the color of his eyes, but I'm just gonna go with maybe brown. For the head here, maybe a little bit of blue. Let's see. For the background, okay, let's mix just brown, blue, and white. Kind of making that grayish, bluish color. And let's see if I change this later. Definitely, if I want a more colorful painting, I'm gonna change the color, but I'm gonna see that later. You know, right now I'm just basically putting paint on all my canvas, and later I'm gonna take some decisions about the color. For example, I can pick up some. I don't think that for this shirt, maybe blue again. Let's see. You know, well, I'm thinking that everybody used blue at that time. Okay, I'm gonna pick up another brush, and I'm gonna mix again burnt umber and ultramarine blue. I'm gonna use this for drawing. One eye, the other eye, nose. I always thinking about proportion of the face, regular proportions. Remember measuring from, for example, brows, nose, chin. Okay. If sometimes I don't measure anything, but definitely I'm thinking about that. Okay. This mix some orange, very intense orange. To add some color to the face. Okay, a little bit of green. If I want to neutralize green, I add a little bit of red, which is the complementary color. Hello Maria, hello Monique, hello Eve. Okay, let's think about lights. I'm squinting down my eyes. Definitely I have a highlight on the nose here. Okay. I have the skin orangey and adding a green highlight. You know, that's the complementary color. Okay, let me see. This is gonna be the lightest light. Yeah. Then maybe here and here. Okay, okay. What about the greenish, the reddish colors on the face? Ear, upper and lower eyelid. You know, since I'm working from a black and white image, I can do whatever I want with a color. I can make it really colorful, knock down the color, you know, it's just whatever I want. Obviously, at the end, I want a skin color. You know, skin color, it could have so many variations. It could be a really knocked down kind of classical skin color, or really orangey skin color. You know, if you if your values, I mean the midtones, lights, and shadows on your painting are okay, the color is gonna be okay. It could be more saturated, less saturated, but that's gonna be okay. Remember that more important than the color are values. Okay, if your values are wrong, I mean that's gonna hurt your painting more than color. Okay, this means if that's happening to you, you need to draw a lot, because when we draw is when we practice, when we get better and shadowing and trying to represent lights, midtones, and shadows, which at the same time that's one of the more difficult things to to improve when we paint. I mean, not difficult to improve. I mean, that's one of the difficult things that we need to improve. With practice, obviously, we all improve. Okay. Let me see if I can throw some blue here. I'm just checking out the colors. Stepping back, yeah, I like it. It could be kind of a grayish color, and obviously this more bluish. I love the green with the reds. Remember, when we start painting, I start just throwing some colors, and then I start adjusting them. No, uh, maybe at the end you're not gonna see this intense green or red, because I'm gonna be working, putting more paint, and trying to control. If I have to knock down a color, I'm gonna knock it down. If I just, it's just what I like and what I think is working at the moment. Obviously, always paying attention to the colors that we should know that already exist on the skin. Like for example, all the reddish colors. Remember, you know, there's always reddish colors on the nose, cheeks, upper and lower eyelid, the chin a little bit, okay, and sometimes a little bit on the forehead. If you know that, everything is gonna be okay when you paint a portrait. I mean, the idea is at the end you not end up with a greenish nose. You know, if you're gonna exaggerate color, definitely, maybe you should think about exaggerating those colors, those reddish, in those specific areas on the face. Hello, Ezekiel. Hello, Maggie. Horror fan is asking me how you liking water mixable oils. Yeah, Arlene is telling me the audio is too low. Oh wow. Just give me a second. I gotta see if there is a way to. Maybe I gotta speak a little bit louder. Just that. Sorry, I don't know how to control this thing about the audio. I'm gonna try to speak a little bit louder, okay? And you know, this oil paint or water mixable oils and regular oil paints are just the same. Exactly the same. I don't feel any difference. The only thing that obviously uh, is easier to clean everything with this water mixable oil colors, and we can use water as a medium. Okay, I went to Winsor Newton website and I read that we can use water as a medium if we want to. We can buy a special medium for obviously for water mixable oil paints if we want, but you know, I read that we can just use water. That's pretty good. We don't need anything more. I don't like the smell. I don't like the smell, but this is just something that, I mean, I've been painting with oil paints so many years, and it's just that. It's not like the smell is so bad or something like that. No, no. Even if I gotta say, the smell is pretty soft, but even the regular oil paint smell is a little bit stronger. Okay, just a minute. Okay, I'm trying to check out here. Maybe too much yellow here. Let me see. Yeah, I wanna knock down this yellow here. Okay, I was saying about that we can use water if you're planning to paint fat over lean. You can start the first layers just with water. Next layers you add more paint, and for the last layers or glazes, then is Winsor and Newton website. You can find that they recommend to buy a medium for glazing, especially for glazing. Okay. Fred Flaherty is asking me which green is that? Okay, I just have 10 colors here. The green is phthalo green. Just that? Phthalo green. Okay. Now I see like a really colorful skin color, red, green, blue. You know what, I like it, but I know that maybe I'm going to knock down everything. But you know what, I just feel I feel that I would like to go with those colors. If you check out my channel, you're gonna see that more of my portraits, they are just kind of muted. The skin color is kind of muted. You see the reds, the greens, they are pretty subtle. I have like some portraits where I added more color, maybe, well, some few portraits, not all of them. Maybe I'm gonna add more color to this one. Okay, let's see. I have green here, I have red here. Okay, okay, just give me a second, I forget. You know what? I forget the water. Just 1 second. Okay, here I am. Since I don't use too much of a medium, I forgot already the water. Okay, for this is gonna be okay water. Okay? You know, to fill up this really fast. Okay. Let's pick up a little bit of alizarin crimson, camel red. I want to work on that shadow. Okay, let's put some color on this shadow, and at the same time I'm gonna add cerulean blue. Another thing that I have read on the Winsor & Newton website is these water mixable oil paints are just, the formula is the same like a regular oil paint. Pigment and linseed oil or soft flower oil for some pigments. Okay, and they added a little bit of some chemical, I don't know, I couldn't find what it was to make this work with water. Okay, but they keep everything. Like for example, you know that linseed oil is basically, all of oil paints use linseed oil basically, and some colors they use safflower oil. Okay, for example, safflower is not that yellowish, and they use basically for titanium white to keep the opacity of the titanium white and not change the color. You know, maybe that's why titanium white is maybe the whitest white. You know, that's a opaque pigment, and the use of safflower oil keeps this lightness and opacity of the titanium white. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Just playing here with you know, this is a darker. I see a shadow. I add a darker color. Okay. And I just adding some color here to this shadow. It could be green. It could be red. You choose. Okay. Let me see. Obviously, remember that when you place a color, you gotta repeat that color in some other areas. Don't leave it alone, okay? Like for example, if I put this color here, I can put it here on the shadow. Here between the eyes should be a little bit greenish. I'm gonna do it in a minute. Let's say a little bit here. And you can go and change the color, make it more reddish, make it, change it. Nothing is established right now. You know, I just had begun 20 minutes ago, and I can change everything that I'm doing right now. The consistency is just the same, like a regular oil paint. I tried, the other set I have, this Maris. Okay, this just because of the brand, they are more creamy, more buttery. Okay, it's just like they have some. Imagine that just regular oil paint, and you add some linseed oil. You already prepared the oil paint with some linseed oil, and something like that. I love the creamy characteristic of this Mary's color. You know, well, it depends what you want, how you work. If you're planning to smooth all the paint, or to blending a lot, or whatever. Okay, let me step back, lean back to be more precise. Okay, I have light here. Maybe this is too bright. It's calling too much my attention, you know. Okay, what I can do is obviously put more color in another area. Okay, let's echo this color here, a little bit of this color here. This color, I mean. Yeah. Okay, when you're painting and you don't know about color too much, just remember, don't leave a color alone. Always repeat. Think about color like music, rhythm. Okay, we need to the music is just rhythm. It goes up and down. There's a lot of repetition with a lot of you know. I don't know how to explain about music. But let's say that I'm working with this color. I have an accent, like it's too strong, too colorful, in the middle of mute colors. Maybe it's not gonna work. And just what I'm doing is just right now is the same. You know, I have this. I I thought, okay, this is too intense. It's too alone. I'm just adding this color here too. Okay, I can do it here too. And later I can do what? I can maybe add more color here. Okay, and mute this one. Let's see. We gotta be prepared or to kind of turn on and turn off colors. You know, knock down any color or add saturation to any color, and obviously always paying attention to values. How light and how dark is a color. Okay, let's see some questions. Okay, Monique is asking me, does the paint dry any faster if water soluble? You know, it looks like it dries the same. You know, this brand Artisan, they dry exactly like oil paint. The other brand Mary's, it kind of stay wet like one extra day. Okay, Horror fan is saying I have used the water mixable glazing medium. It's not very good. It's far too thick. It doesn't give very thin layers. Oh wow. Okay. Hello Leslie. Leslie Hayes. Okay. Hey, I cannot say anything about that because you know I haven't tried anything about any medium with this water mixable oils. Just water. Okay. I'm squinting down my eyes. I gotta check out the likeness. You know, I see the structure of the face, but still I need to get some details. Okay. I'm gonna pick up a smaller brush to working on some details. Let's see the likeness. Just using burn here. It's a round brush, number 10. Obviously I'm going to use just the tip of the brush to draw. Okay, remember we can use always this. Okay. Let's check out the distance. Yep. Everything is okay. You can trace the lines like I'm doing. I mean, there's no big deal. And then you erase them. Let me see. Okay, remember I repeat this all the time. I work one eye and then I move to the other. I don't stay in one eye. I don't try to finish up one eye and then move to the other. I just work both at the same time. A little bit here, a little bit there. I mean, this obviously you can change this if you already have traced the drawing. You can stay more time in just one eye. But since I'm drawing and painting at the same time, I gotta just move from one eye to the other eye, because usually a problem is that one eye is gonna end up maybe a little bit up than the other. Okay, and that's why I keep working one eye and checking out both. Okay, stepping back a little bit, check out again, squinting down my eyes a lot, always comparing. Okay. Adding green here, I have to add red again. I just want to add more paint. You know, I want to create this. Uh, his skin is no, it's not smooth out. You know, and I want to create that effect, that texture, adding more paint. Okay, I like it. Okay, hello, hi Barbara. Horror fan is saying that is worth knowing. I'd be too scared to draw lines through my painting, but yes, it is so easy to rub the lines out. I mean, we all are afraid of just to ruin our paintings. You know, I don't even remember when I started just to be less afraid, for saying some way. I don't even know. I remember one teacher once saying, oh, "Don't be afraid. Okay, you gotta treat the painting just like." He used to say a bad word, but and it's kind of difficult to follow sometimes some advices. But maybe, you know, when you have somebody, a teacher in this case, for a whole year next to you, speaking to you, definitely, I mean, you're gonna get a lot of a lot from that people. I don't know. I'm thinking. I'm trying to find, you know, explanation, because if you see somebody that's fearless, definitely, I mean, that's gonna just you're gonna get a little bit of that. You know, and and when we paint, we can fix everything. Okay, I like it. Let's put more paint. I wanna show you. I wanna zoom in this. I wanna show you what I want. Okay, I want this kind of texture. Okay, let's go back to work on the eyes. I'm going lightly and not pressuring too much. No, by going lightly, I can blend a little bit. For example, here, that's what I did. I go like this. You see the tip of my brush, and no pressure. It's not like doing like this. Okay, really lightly. Okay, this color is too light. I'll mix a darker color. I'm mixing red, yellow, and knocking down with green. More red. Hello, Mary. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna work on the eyes. Oh, I was working on this. I need a smaller brush. Yeah, this one is gonna be okay. I was thinking about this thing about being fearless when we paint. It's not that we have to do like that way, I don't consider myself fearless. Not because I'm making these lines on the face. Uh, Definitely, I have fixed that. I know I can fix that so easily. I'm trying to remember really hard. Maybe one of my teachers they used to do that on some students' paintings. Go like and say, "Hey, take care, this, and this," and you were there like, "Oh my God, what this crazy man is doing on my painting?" Could be one way to correct the painting. Who knows? As a teacher, I haven't done that to anyone. I think it's just too much. But my time when I was a student, I have met some really crazy teachers. I remember one of the teachers. He used to go to look on the garbage on the School of Art, and I remember once I saw in his studio, not studio, I mean, in his classroom, a box. The box was kind of full of garbage, you know, and a big jar next to and it was kind of it was really good. I mean, I like it, the composition. You know, you don't expect to see that. You don't expect to see garbage next to a beautiful jar with a beautiful cloth there, like the classical arrangement for a still life. That was pretty good. I don't remember anything more. I don't remember like that's the only guy that I met at the School of Art that was that bold for saying I had some way to go to make compositions with different objects. Okay, let's add some light. I'm mixing white with this phthalo green. Okay, remember I'm using this green because I have the orange on the nose. You know, orange is a warm color. I'm using a highlight which is a cool color. This light green. It should be like this always. No, you can just add, if you want, just a warmer color for the highlight too, or you can combine both. Okay, it's up to you. What do you want? Obviously, when we combine both colors, like uh, two complementary colors, pretty close together, obviously our intention is to create a more colorful painting, because when you put two intense colors or two complementary colors together in the same proportions, they're gonna fight one each other, and that's gonna create some kind of vibration. Okay, that's not, this thing about color theory, and so many of the things for color theory, they kind of it's just like I'm gonna say like pigments, for example. You know, some pigments, they appeared in history not because of art, not because of painting. It was because more to the industry or textile, fabrics, cloth. They looking for dyes, colors, and after they invented new colors, usually a few years later, that colors appear for as a pigment for painters. Eh, Nobody was out there thinking, okay, let's create this new synthetic color for because the painters need it. No, it was for a bigger industry. Now, the more green I add here, even that is subtle against the orange, is gonna produce a more brighter light highlight, which is different if I just add the same color with white. Okay, both ways work. It's not that you have to add a highlight like this. Uh, it just depends. Like I said before, depends what you want. It depends if you want a subtle portrait, pretty classical style, or you want something more colorful. In my case, I'm kind of in the middle. No, I have some touches, for example, this right here, which I have to make it a little bit darker. With this touch, obviously I'm planning to add more color. I have red here, and always in that area in the face, we're gonna have a little bit of green here. Okay, that's too intense. I gotta knock down the green. Okay, this green is not that I want to put this green because it's just it's on the skin color, like the same that we have some reds. We have some areas that we see some greens. Just anatomy, the face. I need a smaller brush. Okay. This I think is gonna work. Today my palette is a mess. Yeah. I love to keep an order on my palette, but today is a mess. Who cares? Hello Juraj. Hello Fred. Hello Alison. Hello Manuel. think I remember. I mean this series. It was called the Three Stooges, I think. But I think they were four. Yeah, they changed one. They changed this guy, I think. Yeah. I don't remember when, but that's what I remember. Because I'm planning to paint the three of them. Now that I'm thinking about that, I think I'm gonna paint the four of them. It's been a long time. I don't remember. I don't remember that so clear. Always a little bit of red here next to the tear duct. Remember the upper eyelid is skin in shadow. Nothing is darker here. When we see dark here is because of the eyelashes. Hello Barbara. Hello Michael. Hello Barbara. Okay. Oh, Monique is saying I think they were five in total. Oh wow. Mo, Larry, Curly, Shem, and one other, I think. Okay, I'm gonna look for all of them. This ask Carol. Carol, pretty sure she knows. Carol is one of my patrons. She's an actress. I wanna paint her one of these days. Okay, now I have this eye is a little bit better. I'm trying to get the roughness or the illusion that this is kind of swollen here on the upper eyelid. Okay, I got the same for this eye. Okay, some shadow here. There's always a shadow between the brows, this area that we call the glabella. But in this case, it's not that clear. But I can see obviously a shadow here. A little bit of a shadow just here in the middle. For some wrinkles. A little bit of green here. green. Not that light up, a little bit lighter just. Okay. A little bit greenish there. I clean the brush. I'm gonna add camel red with alizarin crimson. I'm mixing both. Oops. I get a little bit of white on my brush. Just alizarin crimson with a touch of green. But we can see clearly that the alizarin crimson there. I mean, it's not like the green is neutralized. You can see that. Okay. A little bit of camel red here. Okay. And let's work some green. That's my little dog. My son is coming from the swimming pool. ¿Han comprado comida china? Nothing for me. Nothing for me. Monique is saying he looks like a little John Wayne. barber is saying my dog just looked up. Jackie say my dog is barking at your dog. Eh, for the people that doesn't know me, I have a dog and I have 5 cats. And a turtle, and 2 kids, and a wife, and what else? With that is enough. I live in Lima, Peru, South America. And I have studied art like how long? 30 years ago. The School of Art here in Lima, Peru. And I've been painting since that time. I've been painting my whole life basically. But I gotta be honest, I stopped like a few times because I worked on an office. You know, art, it has ups and downs, and sometimes you gotta stop just, you know, family, kids, they don't understand about the ups and downs on art. And, as a father, you know, a father has to provide. That's the way we think here, Latin America. Yeah, a little bit of a greenish highlight here. Let's see. Okay, a little bit of pink. So the other day somebody asked me that why I make videos for YouTube, and that I'm making maybe so many videos. I'm retired, you know. I'm gonna be here the rest of my life till the, till the day I die. Yeah. But you know what? I'm planning to live forever. Okay, highlight here. Okay. Uh, Mary is asking, is that order or importance? Cats to wife. Oh, thank you, Barbara, for the super chat. Yeah. Yeah, maybe, you know. No, I just said the order that just came to my mind. The first one was the dog and the cats. Oh, Monique just bought me a coffee. Thank you so much, Monique. Oh, somebody else bought me a coffee. Jacqueline Isbia and Monique Borghiu. Sorry about that. Oh my God, I should be know how to say your name, Monique. How you pronounce your name, Monique? So sorry. Borghius. Thank you so much. Mary's telling me, so you found the fountain of youth. Not yet. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh my God. The first thing I'm gonna do, Monique, is just you gotta teach me how you say your last name. Wow. First thing to do tomorrow night after the class, learn how to pronounce Monique's last name. I was studying a little bit of French uh, yesterday, but I gave up. I mean, it's not, you know, when I'm painting here, uh, I used to listen to the news, but you know that's kind of you couldn't listen to the news like I don't know more than 20 minutes. Yeah. If you wanna be depressed, maybe. And then I was saying, okay, I want to study something a little bit, you know, art history. I was trying to check out a little bit because art, art history is something that we gotta go over again and again, again and again, in order to try to remember names and all of that. And I'm not so bad with names. Anyway, I was trying to study a little bit of French. It's just to train, to keep the brain trained. Yeah, just that. You know, we're so afraid uh, to forget things. You know, things I know when that you studying languages helps to kind of slow down the brain, our brain to get older and forget things. Uh, I started to study a little bit of one language, a little bit of the other language. At the end, I just speak, you know, English and I speak Spanish. Obviously, Spanish is my native language. And I couldn't learn anything more. But anyway, the effort counts, I think, you know, as a practice. Okay, I love this green. put more of this green. Let's see at what point it starts just looking too much. Obviously, if I add this green and it looks too intense, but I want to keep it, I just have to put more color on the rest of the face. It's kind of just saturate little by little all the colors. And at the same time, it's not like I'm gonna add a lot of green. It's just I'm going and start adding green little by little in some areas like accents. That's what's gonna create the illusion of more colorful area. Like for example, here I can add more white and green, a light. Look at that, how bright and intense this green area looks. Okay. I don't need to add a lot of green just with those accents. I'm gonna be adding more color to the face. Like I said before, it's up to you. It's just what we want. It's just what we look that works. Okay, let me. Leslie is saying, I think my okay. I use thinner at the beginning, then I usually use paint. I use Cobra and Winsor & Newton water mixable only. Okay, that's good. Okay, Barbara, thank you so much for being here. Good night. Leslie was trying to say that he doesn't use water. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna add a little bit of orange. It's kind of a knockdown orange color. I'm trying to make both colors live there in that area together. This orange and green. Okay. Okay, for example, here I have orange and I added a green highlight, a light green highlight. Okay, now I have green here and I'm adding an orangey light. This is not highlight, an orangey light. Okay, you know what's the logic here? You get the logic here and using the opposite color. Okay, orange, green highlights, green, orange lights. That's gonna work? Yeah, for me it's gonna work. You know, it depends what you like. They're working with the opposite color, complementary color. Now, this contrast, it could be really subtle, like you can use a subtle green with a subtle orange that you can even notice. You cannot even notice this contrast, but you can use it really more intense. You know, in history, the ones that use this contrast so powerful were the Impressionists. Impressionism used this, and not, let's say, not at the beginning of Impressionism. Let's say at the end, the post or new Impressionism, they took full advantage of this contrast. You know, the one that obviously is, it was Van Gogh. The other one I like a lot is George Seurat, I haven't seen that right. Some days I hate to live on the city. I'm saying that because I don't know if you could hear that sound of my, no, the car of my neighbor. It was just the alarm just went on. And it's just like that, like 3 4 times a day. Sometimes I don't even notice. And sometimes just the sound of the car is so high. Okay, let's step back and check out. Yeah, I think everything's okay. Mm. Hello, Nikki. Fred is saying, I never realized how much shrimp looked like my father. Oh wow. Renzo, Mary saying his left eye on the right looks like my dad. Oh wow, that's a okay. Okay. Now remember about this. This is simple about, let's say, what the colors I'm using. I'm using the opposite. Orangey color on the skin, green highlights. Greenish color on the skin, orange lights. Okay? It's gonna be always the same. No, it's the same for every area of the painting. No, for example, in this area, I'm using as a light. For example, here, just a light orange. It's not the whole painting. It's just where you want to create some contrast. Okay. Contrast. Remember, contrast is about light, shadow, complementary colors: red, green, orange, blue, uh, yellow, violet, warm colors, cool colors. All of that is about complementary color and contrast, and at the same time you can create contrast. For example, here on the head, I have light, I have shadow. Okay, I could have light blue and a dark blue as a shadow. I'm deciding just to, let's say, go, it's not the opposite, but definitely red and blue are not close. Okay, and it's just contrast. Now, how much I'm gonna just keep this contrast, it depends on the whole painting. I'm gonna continue working, and I see maybe this red on the head, it's just calling the attention too much, and then I'm gonna knock down this red. Maybe the blue, I'm gonna knock down the blue. Maybe here and there. Okay, it just it depends on the painting, how's the work. Okay, now remember that I'm saying that about this painting. When we paint something more classical, we're gonna paint like a different, like let's say like a Bouguereau, for saying some way, or like a Rembrandt's study. Is different. Okay, the colors are different, the contrast is different. There is a little bit of this kind of contrast. Yeah, there is always a little bit, but it's not that intense. Like I said, this kind of contrast, you can study this more studying the Impressionist painters, especially Van Gogh. Okay, and that was something that Van Gogh developed. I mean, it wasn't like he started to paint like that. Van Gogh, he started to paint in his 30s, 31, 32, I don't remember. And his first paintings, they were like just like dark skin colors, kind of mute colors. Yeah. And then when he discovered the Impressionism and the Impressionist painters, he changed his paintings. Remember, at the same time, at that period of history, a lot of things happened. It was, I think, an American painter. If I don't remember right, it's something like John G. Rand. He created a tube where to put the paints. That was amazing. Now you can go out with some few tubes of paint and paint. At the same time, in that period of history, there's a lot of new pigments. Not a lot, but let's say some of amazing pigments. Like, for example, French ultramarine, chrome yellow, even camion red. Camion red didn't exist when Rembrandt was painting. They used to use vermilion. Okay, I think I added too much red here. Let me step back. That's okay. Okay, I need a little bit more orange on the skin. It's kind of, adding color at the same time, but I feel that's kind of pale. I'm gonna add a little bit of some touches of color, like for example here. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. Okay. Let's add a little bit of, let's make more, add a little bit of contrast here. Let's see. Okay, let me measure, okay? It's okay. I'm mixing some green with burnt umber. Okay. Hello, Linda. Hello, Jonas. Uh, I just reading it. Where is Renzo Coffee link? Oh, okay. I'm gonna put my link now. Okay, wait for. Where is the link? What coffee? Oh, I was trying to find right coffee, like coffee. You know, it's making a mistake. Thank you, Barbara. Hello, Dennis. Okay. Just okay, let's continue. Okay, a little bit of red here for the ear. You know what? So many people just are so nice to buy me a coffee using the link coffee, and I have a Starbucks close here, and that's what I got sick, I think, because I went to the Starbucks, and we're getting into summer here, and it was uh, kind of difficult to drink hot coffee. Okay, and I was drinking frappuccino. It's coffee with ice, and it just is so delicious. And I think I just exaggerated a little bit. It's just like you ask for any coffee, any type of coffee that you loved, and then they put ice, and that's it. I mean, I'm pretty sure that exists everywhere. Yeah? I'm gonna just put a little bit of red from this shadow here. Let's imagine that this shadow is reflecting this red on the skin. Obviously it's not, and just making this up just to add some color. Okay, let's see if I knock down this red. I'm adding just burnt umber. I don't want to rid of the red. I'm just knocking down a little bit, you know. Okay, let's step back and let's see. Yeah, that's okay. I'm gonna knock down a little bit this green here close to the neck, to the t-shirt, to the shirt neck. Mm, 1 minute. Sí, tarjeta. Pídeme chaufa. Sorry. Okay, let's see. I have blue, red, 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 blue. Yeah, the background. Maybe we could add. Okay, I want to work a little bit of details here first. Just a little bit. Let's see, let's see. I'm just thinking, okay, the shadow, the blue, I'm gonna add some violet. Yeah, that's gonna close to this color here. Okay, I have this red, 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 red. It's gonna be okay having the red here. Okay, okay. There. I found his coffee link. No, but $3 that's okay, Nikki. It says Nikki saying Starbucks doesn't have $3 coffee. It does here. It does here. Yeah. I think so. I don't remember. Yeah, I think it has. Okay, Barbara, I see that she doesn't like coffee. Okay, let's continue. I'm just thinking about that. Okay, let's see. Thank you so much, Nikki, for the coffee. Thank you so much, Barbara, for the coffee. Thank you so much, Maria de Lozano, for the coffee. Wow, what happened today? Too much coffee. I'm not gonna sleep in a month. Thank you so much. You all are so kind. Yeah. Okay. Uh, okay, let's continue. Now, let's see. I was thinking about the shadow on the shirt. Okay. Let's see. The shadow is here. I just want to see if that works. Okay. You know, another thing that maybe I'm gonna do is I'm thinking about that. You know. Okay. I'm just going to. Oh no. Kill down this area more grayish, bluish here. Kill down the shadow. Kind of everything more grayish, and even the background grayish, grayish, grayish. And this way I keep the color just on the face. That's one idea, okay? That's just, it came to my mind like that. Now I have a shadow here on the background. I could paint that shadow and use, let's say, the same red that I have here a little bit, here too. And what I'm doing right now is basically I'm repeating, just remember, like music, rhythm. Repeat the rhythm. Okay. Let's see. I like it. Okay, now I gotta step back. Okay, it's not like I love it, but I like it. I don't know I don't know if I'm gonna keep that color. Okay, let's go back and work on the face, because it's just like I need to a little bit of time to get used to this shadow, for example, to the color mostly. And if after like 10 minutes I don't like it, yeah, maybe I'm gonna erase it. I need to see the little bit of that. I need to try, if I, after let's say 10 minutes, I see that just like a stain and it's not working as a shadow, maybe I'm gonna change the color, or I'm gonna get rid of that. Okay? Not so sure yet. Okay, the other thing I need to do is working on the head, and because right now it doesn't have a nice shape. Now I'm gonna repeat, okay? I'm using contrast, just contrast. Orange, green, green, orange. Orange area, green light, light green light. Greenish area, orange as a light. It's not a pure orange, obviously. Okay. Just think about complements. Complements, I mean orange and blue, red and green, yellow and violet. Obviously, I have a color wheel here. Obviously, you have orange and blue. It's not like if you use blue and this red orange, it's gonna be okay too. You know. Let's say that I have this kind of reddish here, and some kind of light bluish here, and that create contrast. Okay. One is dark, the other one is light. What's the other option? You want to kill contrast? you just think in terms of one color, making that color darker and lighter. Okay, just that. Now, I'm not saying that one option is better than the other. Or everything depends on what you're painting and what you want. Sometimes, I mean, and both options are going to work. Okay, this a different brush. I'm mixing alizarin crimson with burnt umber. Okay, let's look for a light blue. Now, speaking about this water mixable oil paints, I don't feel any difference. Okay, now obviously, if I gotta say that you don't want to use any solvent like turpentine and all of those solvents that we used to use for clean the brushes, I could tell you to try this because it's easier, the cleaning is faster, and you don't have to deal with the fumes of turpentine, games, and all of that. I think it's a matter of get used to this. I don't know. It's this kind of difficult when you are used to use something for so many years. I gotta say at the same time that as soon as I finish up the painting, I'm gonna go back with my regular oil paints. I'm gonna do that because those are better. No, no, no. I mean, in fact, after reading on the website, Winsor Newton website, that is just the same product to which they added something to make it work with water. I mean, it's the same. It's basically the same. Pigment and linseed oil. Just that. Okay. I have a little bit of light here. I'm gonna add a little bit of light here too. Not as bright as this one. Let's say that's gonna be my focal point. It's like when we paint hair. When we paint hair, we have some light. Sometimes we add a light, and we add another light here, and another light, and another light. I prefer to kind of always think about a focal point, and it depends on what you want. Again, it always depends on what you want. But let's say that I have seen some painters that they love to add a lot of drama, uh, and the paintings looks like they are just being lit you know, as a portrait, uh, a complete human figure, or a still life is being lit for some kind of light, like a light on a theater, inside a theater, you know, those kind of dramatic light. Okay, I think that's okay. Now I don't see this highlight on the photograph. You know, in fact, I see more highlight here in this area in the photograph. But I'm choosing to have the focal point, let's say, in this area. I'm choosing. I mean, it should be there. Yeah, if I'm thinking about logical thinking, I would say no. Why? Because the light is coming from the right. Yeah, light is coming from here. That if this area is hit by the light, it should be brighter than this area. Okay? Yep. Simple as that. Now, I have to add more volume to this, round it. I'm keeping this because I love that. I loved, and you know, I think since I like it, I think it's working on my paint now. Okay, I'm gonna pick up some pure blue. Okay, so use pure blue, okay? Okay. Now, just because I want to, I could add one right here and create some kind of light that is just getting through the fabric here. Okay. That works? Maybe not. I'm gonna leave it there for a minute, okay? I like it. I like that. But this light is coming from nowhere. That doesn't exist. But anyway, I like it. I'm gonna make the hair a little bit darker. Mixing ultramarine blue and burnt umber. I don't have black today. I use always black. Today I'm not using because I have lost the tube. I don't know where it is. I have the tube, a little tube with me, and I don't know where it is. Okay. To know this ultramarine blue with umber, that's the option that we have when we don't have blue. Gets really close to black. We don't have black, sorry. Really close to black. Now add a little bit of green. See? Just here I have red, green, red. highlight on the eye. Let's see, where's the highlight? Around here. Okay, now let's read the comments. Okay. Nick is saying Renzo put us to shame because he's working and we are all being lazy just to watch. That was funny. Okay, I'm looking and scrolling up to look for some questions. Okay, let's continue. Peter Pan is saying Howard was afraid of. Oh, I thought it was. I thought I was reading. It was a friend of mine. I was afraid of wine. Okay, I think this eye is a little bit bigger than the other. I mean, it's okay. I mean, this eye is bigger than the other on the photograph. It's just maybe too much on my painting. Yeah, not so sure about that. Okay, let's continue. I will check on that later. Okay, for the people that don't know me, I'm gonna continue telling about where I have studied. I have studied in the School of Art here in Peru, Lima, Peru, for 6 years. You know, it's 5 years. It's just like I started to work painting portraits when I was in my second year in the School of Art. In the School of Art, second year, third year, and then when I was in the third year, I went to Colombia to paint still life for 3 months. Okay, and then came back. I continued working painting portraits with pastel, not oil paints. And the problem that by working, because I was working, I didn't pay attention to my courses and the subjects, you know. And at the end, I was so bad on everything, and I have to repeat the complete year again. And I mean, that was pretty good at the end for me because it was more practice. And it wasn't because I was doing another thing. I was basically working, painting portraits, which that was pretty good. I did paint a lot of pastel portraits. I don't remember how much of them. And I mean, at that time I didn't have a camera. We didn't have any cell phones at that time. I just maybe took some pictures. I don't remember how, I have just like 6 or 7 pictures, 6 or 7 photographs of those paintings. And I remember I painted more than maybe 100, because they were kind of, just a face without anything more. I got paid, I remember, $50 for a portrait. It was like twice the size of this one. It was a really $50, maybe less. I mean, at that time, let's say at $50 on at that time, that would be like getting paid today $20. Yeah? As a student, it was really good for me. Really good. I mean, it was amazing for me to get paid for what you do, what you love to do. It's just amazing. And when you're a student, wow, it felt so good. But that cost me one more year in the School of Art. That was pretty good. The School of Art, it used to be a church. The one that it has a kind of a big short church or monastery. That's the name where nuns and fathers, they lived there. They lived in small rooms. It's kind of big, and all the architecture is just like really, really old and amazing. It's kind of a magical place, because outside isn't just in downtown. Outside is just like the city, a lot of cars, noise, and you get inside and everything is just quiet. It's just perfect to work on art. When you get outside, you remember that you are just in downtown. And when I end up the School of Art, I went to rent. We all went to rent a house with my friends. We used to stay there and paint daily, basically, and participate in art exhibitions. We had a friend at that time, and she was the one that she was moving all over over the city, just looking for places to show paintings. And we went going from here to there, showing our paintings in art exhibitions. Sometimes places where nobody wants to see art, but anyway, we were there showing our paintings. It's like when I remember when I was in New York. I have told this story before, but when I was in New York about 10 years ago, more, almost 15, 16 years ago, I went to somebody, one of my friends told me about let's sell some paintings on the street. There is kind of sorry, I don't remember the name, but this kind of when people just take, let's say, one block and they show their aircraft and a lot of things, some kind of fair, that's the word, I think. That was so funny, because I remember it was like, well, and he told me that's in the kitchen of the hare, and I said, what? And I remember a movie. In New York, in a small area, it was called the kitchen of the hen. And I said, oh wow, I want to go there. I want to see the kitchen of the hare. Because when I went to New York, when I get there, I got the idea. I wanted to see the New York that I saw in a movie, Taxi Driver. I don't know if you have seen that movie, Taxi Driver. That New York kind of, I don't know, it looked like, I don't know, so crazy. And when I get there to New York, everything was so quiet, you know. And I asked, "What about the New York from the movie, this movie, Taxi Driver?" Oh, that was years ago. I mean, the new mayor, yeah, mayor. I think the new he took care of that. Now the train is all clean. It's all clean without any graffiti, without any graffiti. And when my friend told me about the kitchen of the hill, I said, "Oh wow, I gotta go there to see." At the end, it was just a street, you know. And there were some people that they work with art, craft, selling I don't remember what. And my friend and I, we were the only painters there. At the end, my friend just went home, and I stayed there with my paintings, just like for me it was a kind of an adventure. And I remember some woman came to me, and then she was, "Oh, how much is that painting?" I said, $400. And then she were there looking around here and there. And after a few minutes, she came back, and she bought me the painting. And he was like, "Put in a tube." And I said, "Okay, I don't have any tube." But you know what? I asked, and they told me there is an art store, like one block next to the next to the display where there is boxing. I think it's Madison Square Garden. One block next to there, and I went there running all the streets. I get to the store. I bought this tube, plastic tube to put the paint inside, and I ran back. Yeah. I was running because I was like, "Oh my God, I gotta go faster. Maybe she's gonna change her mind, and she's not gonna buy me anything." It was a painting like 50 by 50 inches. No, 40 by 50 inches maybe more. 40 by 60 inches. It was a big painting. I get back, and she was there waiting for me. Yeah. It was pretty nice. I mean, running like it was like just 3 blocks, I think. Okay, I'm gonna add more red here. Okay, let's step back. Checking out the face, I see a highlight here that maybe shouldn't be there. Okay, I'm gonna knock down this. Like, let me squint down my eyes, step back, check out. Okay, when I read the comments, they have Airbnb to rent whole houses in Peru. Oh yes, I think I have seen this Airbnb here. I don't know where, but I have seen some in some part of the city. Barbara is saying, "Next time you come to New York, I will show you where I work." It's like that. Oh wow! Barbara Brady saying, "I miss the trains with the graffiti. Gave New York City character." Oh wow! Yeah, I remember that. I mean, for the only thing that I had in mind was just from this movie, Taxi Driver, with Robert De Niro. I don't know if you remember the movie. And when I went there, I was just waiting to see that. And I remember it was in the 42nd Street. And I was walking there and was saying, "Wow, here is where Robert De Niro was in the movie 42nd Street, and I don't see anything. Everything was so quiet, and I said, "What happened? Maybe I made a mistake. I'm not on the right street." Okay, let's see. I'm gonna put some dark on the iris. To paint the pupil. Add a highlight here and a highlight here again. Okay. I'm gonna add a little bit of an accent blue and white to paint the light here. Okay. Okay, this is the back. Yeah, but the point at that time, I felt so lucky. You know what? Because maybe the whole day that I was there, maybe there were just like 5 people. They get into this little fair, little art fair, and walking there. And one of those people was that woman that bought me the painting. Mm. At that time, I was working on an art gallery. It was more like an art gallery, let's say a store gallery. You know, they used to paint, or let's say make paintings for what's this huge store in USA and Walmart. Yeah, for Walmart. Because remember, because I went to Walmart so many times, I used to find those paintings there. And I was working at the time of that gallery. I remember one of my friends, he was like, "Oh my God, somebody told me that you sold a painting yesterday. Where is the place? Let's go." And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, but I don't want to go. I mean, there's no people there." "No, you don't want to show me where it is because you don't want me to sell a painting." I say, okay, man, let's go. Okay, let's go. You're going to see with your eyes that I was kind of lucky just to, you know. And we went again the second day, and we were there like the whole day, and nothing happened. And my friend was like, how did you sell the painting? I mean, there's no people here." "I told you, man. I told you that I felt so lucky that somebody just saw the painting, and it was like, it's just like when somebody sees something that, you know, think that they like that, and I was lucky." Mm. Okay, let me see. Okay, I have to. I'm gonna put more white. If I would have known that I would be someday painting for YouTube, I would have lived a little bit more. I would have lived more adventure. I would have more adventures to tell you more stories. I don't have more stories. I went to Colombia, I went to Guatemala, I went to Puerto Rico, Miami, New York. That's it. I almost go to Israel for an art exhibition. I remember like everything was ready. Like, okay, let's go to the exhibition. Yeah, let's go buy the ticket. Yeah, let's go buy the ticket. Yeah, everything is okay. Okay, okay. You know what? First, I'm going to. I remember that day. I'm going to the embassy. You know, let's take let's get a visa. And I went to the embassy. I spoke to somebody there. They were like, "Oh my God, you're going to with an art exhibition to show paintings. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, yeah. Of course you can go there. Yeah, yes. I mean, show me your passport to, to make to give you the permission to go to Israel." And I showed her my passport, and she was like, "Oh my God, your passport just has expired yesterday." I said, "What? Yesterday?" And yeah, and uh, you know, uh, the exhibition, it was like in the next 2 days. I have to go to. Everything was so fast. At the end, I went to the immigration service here in Peru for ask for a new passport, and I didn't get anything on time. Some of my friends they went to Israel for this exhibition, and I didn't. Just a minute. ¿En mi pantalón? ¿O ahí encima de las pinturas? Mm, I'm thinking about the color. I know I love the color, but maybe the nose is just too reddish and this is too greenish. I'm gonna add a little bit of red here. Well, that was too bright, too light. Yeah, a little bit of red here. Okay. Oh, I need to paint the ear. Whoa. What time is it? 2 hours. Okay. I'm gonna go a little bit faster because I gotta go to eat. Okay, using the same, you know, and this here everything is pretty reddish, and I'm using, you see, a highlight that it has some green. You know, I'm gonna repeat this because I wanna create contrast, red and green. Okay, step back. Okay, let me pick up a little bit of this red, you know, pinky. Okay, again, I'm just adding contrast, okay? Just I want to make these tiny lines reddish, reddish. Okay, okay. Yeah. Let's pick up some pure red and add an accent here. Okay. Yeah, I have the red, the green, the ear red, and not a little bit of green here. I don't want an intense green. I just want a little bit of contrast here. Okay, red, green, complementary colors. Again. I'm gonna go check out, scrolling up to check out comments. Okay. Okay. Hello, Miriam. Uh, yeah, only 51. Yeah. A lot of adventures await for me. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to. Okay. Hello, Maria Smith. Smith. Miriam is asking me, do you like painting with water mixable oils? Yeah, I mean, I have read on Winsor Newton website that it's just the same pigment, linseed oil, and they added something just to make it work with water, and you know, that's why it felt the same, you know. I'm not using any I haven't used water. No, I did it for the background a little bit, just for that. I mean, I've been painting without nothing. And another thing that I read that we are able to use water as a solvent. Well, because I thought it was just for cleaning the brushes, but it looks like we can use water for as a solvent, as a medium. Okay, I think I'm getting to the end. Yep. I'm gonna make some little retouches. What else? Okay, 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 okay. What else? What else? What else? Nothing more, I think. Oh, a little bit of light here. Mm-hmm. Okay, what else? What else? I think I got the expression, yeah? Oh wow, a little bit more shadow here. Okay. Oh, a wrinkle here. A little bit darker. What else? What else? What else? Okay, I'm missing a shadow here on the neck. Mixing alizarin crimson and cadmium red. I'm gonna use this as a shadow here on the neck. Now I'm gonna blend it. Okay. Okay. That's it for today. Yeah. Oh, okay. Wait. Every time that I feel like I'm not gonna be able to retouch it, I start to see mistakes here and there, here and there. Start to jump on me. Yeah, I think that's okay. Maybe this clear and this eye is just too bright. I'm gonna darken up a little bit. Whoa, that's too bright. Okay, I think that's it for today. Yeah, I'm gonna step back to let me check out on man, I think everything's okay. Well, one thing, you know, I just gonna add a little bit of this green here. I'm gonna add a little bit of a touch of this green. Okay. Okay, I would like to have more time, but I gotta go to eat. Yeah, I hope you liked the video, and see you next time. Okay, just a little bit of red here. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, okay, I gotta stop. Okay. Okay, I think that's it. I see little things maybe. If I continue just checking out, I know they're gonna find things that I would like to fix, but you know, we gotta stop at some point. I love the contrast. I love this color kind of, there's not too, you know, I gotta say that it's a little bit colorful, but at the same time, it kind of it goes uh, with this actor. Okay, it looks like I don't know how to say that when something is kind of washed out, a little bit soft. Okay. Okay, that's it for today. I'll turn off some light, and here I am. Okay, I really appreciate that you all are here. I hope you enjoy the process. You all have enjoyed the process. Let me see the comments. Okay, that's it for today. Take care, you all. Bye. Bye, Barbara, Miriam, Monique, Nikki. Bye, Michael. Bye, Mary. Thank you, Bones Justice. Bye, Eve. It's midnight in Holland. Wow. Okay. Bye, everybody. Take care.